Okay. So, to preface, I have no idea what I'm going to be talking about. I have no idea how long this video is going to be. And that's pretty much it. It's just going to be a ramble of whatever the fuck pops into my mind over however long this takes. So, if you're down, you can watch however long you want to watch. You can skip around. You can do whatever the fuck. If you're not down, just ignore this video. This is just a journal of me venting. That being said, thank you for 200 subscribers. I just saw that I hit this on this channel, and I am very grateful and thankful for that. I have put a lot of work into this channel, and I still have no idea what I'm doing with this channel or where I want to take it or what I want to use it for. And there's been many conflicting and difficult conversations I've had in my mind with myself over what I'm doing with this channel and in life in general. But I really do appreciate that the work that I have put in is seen, and that 200 people have decided to invest in what I share. I value that and I appreciate that, and I guess we will just continue to see what happens as time goes on. But anyways, that being said, I guess I might as well just start rambling. Wow, Jesus. I guess I'm annoyed that I'm 24 and my voice has been cracking for 10 years now, and it just won't stop. I wonder if there's anything I can do to change that, and why the fuck that is. It's kind of funny. Speaking of 10 years, I am really happy and really frustrated and sad over how the last 10 years have gone, because recently I just released my 10 years video, which I'll put on one of these two corners. It is my proudest creation to date. And it really does a good job of conveying everything I've accomplished physically in parkour, and also tells a pretty strong story of how I've grown as a person and through my hardships and the things that I value physically and mentally and emotionally. And that's something I'm really excited about and happy about, and I'm trying to rejoice and celebrate. But at the same time, my brain feels like it's melting at the moment because of the things I can't help but concentrate on over what I seem to be unable to change over the last 10 years. And this feeling of being stuck in a cycle of being upset and disappointed at myself feels like it just hasn't changed at all. And despite me making this project that I am the most proud of anything that I've ever made, I still feel like I haven't done enough. And this unrelenting, persisting feeling of me not doing enough just feels like it hasn't gone away for about 10 years. And maybe I'm exaggerating, maybe I'm just rounding up so it's a nice, clean, pretty number, but all I know is that I have been in this place more times than I can count, and when I try to think about the number of times that I've been here, it overwhelms me even further and just breaks my heart and makes me want to just curl up in a ball and melt, because I seem to be stuck in this cycle of feeling motivation, inspiration, a burning, fiery passion to create and share things that are on my mind. And I have the inability to transfer that flame out into the world. And I just did with my 10 years project and with this channel and everything that I've begun sharing. But it feels like it's not enough, because the amount of stuff that goes on in my mind, it isn't getting vented out. It isn't getting set free enough. And there's so many reasons why that happens, but I'm just generally just sick and tired of being 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 stuck in this place where here I am again, ranting about something I'm excited about, something I'm sad about, a mix of a flurry of emotions. And there's so many things that I want to do. There's so many things that I want to create, and there's so many ideas that I have. And I always start or think about starting, and then I end up seemingly nowhere. Even when I end up somewhere, like my 10 years project, I find myself feeling like there's nearly infinitely more to be done that is sitting on my plate in my mind. And today's been a really weird day, and my emotions have been all over the place. And I think this is just another average moment of being overwhelmed. And maybe that's what makes it so exhausting, is how familiar this feeling is. And how I can't even think of the word. How daunting and intimidating that realization is of how familiar this feeling is. Because I don't want it to be familiar. I'm tired. But I sat down here because I want to create stuff, and I can't really say what I have for sure, and I want to be careful and delicate about saying stuff like this, because I am going to therapy, but I haven't been really diagnosed with much, I don't think. But what this feels like to me right now in this moment is creativity ADHD. And for the last 2 hours, I have gone back and forth between mindlessly scrolling and seeing something I made or took a picture of or drew or filmed or did in parkour or whatever. And I had laser intense focus on making a cover or expanding an idea that I started. And it lasts a couple of minutes, and then I'm satisfied. And then I go back to scrolling mindlessly or being laser focused on another thing and another idea that I could expand upon. And it feels like all of the things that I want to do artistically or creatively, it almost feels like I have I don't know, 100 chocolate bars, and I see one chocolate bar and I take a bite out of it, and then I'm like, all right, that's good. That's a good enough bite right there. I'm happy with that chocolate. And then I see another one. It's a slightly different flavor, and I go and bite into it. I'm like, all right, it's good chocolate. And it just repeats over and 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 over. And it takes so long before one chocolate bar is finally completely eaten. And I end up here feeling, I guess in this example, stuffed, but not satisfied because I haven't done anything. I've taken single bites out of the numerous ideas and numerous projects that I have, but with me completing just one, no matter how proud I am of it and ecstatic I am of it, I took 100 bites of 100 fucking things, and I can see that one thing that I accomplished, but it is almost completely washed over by the 100 things that have one single bite out of them. And so I end up here, burnt out, but not really feeling like I did anything. And I find myself trying to reflect on how I got here, on why I'm here, on if there's any hope to be maintained of me being able to maybe one day escape this cycle that I feel so trapped within. And I guess I just have to feel like being okay with being honest, and my honesty not having to be a reflection of how I actually view my life and the value of myself and my life objectively. But I feel like I should allow myself to feel like I can say that I'm just really not okay, and that there's a lot of things that make me really unhappy and very fucking overwhelmed. And I don't let myself say those things. I don't allow myself to feel not okay or dissatisfied or unhappy or ungrateful, because I am very aware of my privilege, of my blessings, and it feels impossible for me to be allowed to be sad or suffering in any way with everything that is going right in my life. And honestly, I think being unable to say that I feel not okay, that I feel sad, that I feel upset, that I feel miserable in certain ways, that makes me stuck. That traps me to feeling those things, because I can't just not feel them. The only thing I can do is not express them and keep them stuck in here. But they still go on in here. And that doesn't, just because I don't say it, doesn't quell any of that mess. So I feel like I need to allow myself to say that I'm not fucking okay. That I'm really, really not okay. I am not okay. There are so many things that are going on that I've done to myself that are because of the way that the world works, that are because of circumstances that have happened, that are because of other people, that are because of life, that I'm not okay. And it makes it really hard to exist, and especially to be creative, and especially to commit to the 100 things that I want to do. And it makes it hard to finish 100 projects, to eat 100 chocolate bars when I'm just not okay. Because I have to either use that agony and suffering as fuel to my creativity, which I've begun doing with this channel. It's served as an outlet to me either distracting myself from everything I'm going through or just steamrolling and using my suffering as fuel. But I found myself here where I haven't shared anything in probably a month now, and I just now deleted Instagram, which I've tried before 100 times, but I just can't ignore these feelings of not being okay and feeling incapable of doing anything, because I'm not happy at my main job, and it sucks. And I am happy at my second job that I just got, and I am happy when I am not working and I'm out with myself, with my own time, with people I love, with friends, whether I'm being active or secluding myself to the mountains or nature or anything. I'm happy in a lot of those places, but at the same time, I am stuck to paying bills and needing to work both of my jobs to pay those bills, and to pay for food, and to pay for the things that I am lucky enough to decide to spend money on. But I'm really not happy at my main job, and it really sucks. Because I've been there for 5 years, and it is a very good job to have. And I won't let myself slide all the way down this slippery slope of going into how much worse a job could be, or how much worse my life could be in a different place with a different job, if I was lucky enough to even have a job. Because there's basically an infinite number of ways that I could be worse off, but it's going to keep me distracted and off topic from addressing that I'm just not fucking happy at the place that I spend 40 hours a week. And that's one of my jobs. I have another job where I have to spend 20 hours of my week, so I'm working 60 hours a week, which, again, could be so much fucking worse. It could also be better. The point is, I'm really tired from having 2 jobs, and I'm going to need to have 2 jobs or something like it to pay my bills for the next year or so. So I have to just address and allow myself to say that where I spend 40 hours of my week, it's really fucking hard, and it's getting harder every week. And it really, really sucks because this job has done a lot of things for me that I know a lot of other jobs won't. And there are a handful of benefits that this job comes with that I won't find anywhere else, that I'm really glad I got into when I did, and that it's been 5 years. But I'm fucking tired. And I'm 24 years old, and I feel fucking burnt out. And I don't want to feel ungrateful, and I don't want to appear as ignorant or naive, because I truly feel that I am not. I am very aware that it could be so much worse for me, and it might be so much worse for me when I'm older and I'm still working a 9-to-5 job, and I still have to work 40 hours a week, and I still have to get by paycheck to paycheck. And I'm only 24 and I'm so young and I have so many things going for me and this and that. And it just makes it really hard to feel like I'm allowed to say that this job is fucking killing me, because I have to get myself into a certain mindset of saying, okay, I'm going to be here for 10 hours today. I work 4 10-hour shifts. So I get in and I have to slip into this mindset where I say, okay, I'm in fucking job mode now. I have to turn off my brain and just focus on my job. And like I said before, those 100 chocolate bars, those 100 projects do not leave the back of my mind. Even when I say, okay, I'm in job mode now, those things don't leave my mind, not completely. So I have to be stuck with being blatantly aware of how much time I'm losing every day to a place where I'm no longer happy, where I'm burnt the fuck out, where I'm exhausted of, but a place where I know that I am lucky to be. So I'm stuck with feeling trapped and miserable, and yet grateful and happy and lucky, and where I feel like my time in my life is literally being poured down a drain, and all of this potential that I have and all of these ideas that I have are going down the drain with my time. And when I spend 40 hours a week there, with that going on in the back of my mind, sometimes at the front of my mind, it's really hard. And there's a lot of things that I really do genuinely like about my job. I really like the people that I work with. And I'm really grateful for the leniency that this company provides and the understanding that they grant. And there's times where being at work is somehow fun and entertaining. And there are memories that I have of being at work where I'm glad I got to have those memories and those moments. And there's times where I appreciate that the job I have is serving other people And through the smallest effect that I maybe have, I'm actually helping people. And I don't want to hate this job. I don't want to hate this company, and I don't. It's just really hard for me right now. And I guess, like I said at the beginning of this video, I don't really know what I'm talking about or how long I'm going to be talking about all this stuff. But it feels like I started this video because I feel like I'm being pushed or funneled into a direction where I'm trying to lead myself to this point of achievement and relief, and that all of this stress and overwhelm and misery and suffering and sadness and pain and creative flame and ambition and drive and wonder and curiosity and motivation and dedication and hope. I want it to lead to this point where I can just exist and say, holy shit, I did it, I made it, I can breathe. And I don't want this point to be a point of finality of I made it, now I can die happy, or now I can chill. Because I think you are eternally changing, which is what my first tattoo is about. You are never complete until your life is over, because you're always existing into a new day, new opportunities and all that jazz. But I want to not feel stuck in this cycle. I want to not feel like I'm trapped to a 40-hour-a-week job that I don't like, that I'm not happy in. I want to reach this point where I don't have 100 things on my mind that I feel like I will never finish. I don't want to feel not okay. I don't want to feel unhappy. I don't want to feel miserable. I don't want to suffer. And a number of those things I know are just a part of existing. And suffering is definitely one of those things that's never going to go away, because there's always going to be something about life, about my life, about your life, about life, that is just really fucking hard. And there's never going to be a time where there's no more problems. I am very aware of that. And I think it's Buddhism that says life is suffering, and then the key to enlightenment is these 4 processes of reaching enlightenment, and the first step towards that is realizing that life is suffering, and blah 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 blah. I just want to feel like the last 2 years of my life have been funneling me towards this point. And I want to feel like this point is achievable and not just the 101th chocolate bar, the 101st projects that I have that will never be finished. I want to feel like this point is realistic and achievable, and that one day, through my process of funneling my ambitions and my goals and my dedication and my discipline, which I need to fucking work on, that I can fucking get here one day where I'm not this mess. Where, for the most part, even when I'm suffering for whatever reason, for whatever may come up in my life, through whatever hardships, I just want to feel like I can reach this point where I'm okay. And that I'm mostly happy. And it even feels wrong to say that I'm not mostly happy right now, because I feel like I am. Or maybe I feel like I should be, but maybe I'm not. Because 40 hours a week is a long time to spend not happy and stuck. And adding 20 hours to that work week should make it harder. But thank God this second job I got is somehow one of the few lights and sources of goodness that I feel like I have in my life is this second job. And I just got it. It's something that has changed since I think my last video that I uploaded on here is I got this second job. And it was a job I wasn't sure I was going to get. And it's similar to my first job. But thankfully, because of the people that I work with, it is a place that actually makes me happy. And I don't dread going there. So thank God that I have somewhere to spend another 20 hours a week working, getting paid to pay the bills, but it's somewhere I actually enjoy. And it feels like it honestly is making this first job, this main job, harder, because I'm realizing, shit, maybe this is what working should feel like. I should strive to find a job where I actually look forward to going to it, to working. And it's making me realize how negatively I feel about this main job. And I'm so incredibly grateful that I found this second job. But at the same time, it's really making me realize how I really feel about this other job, this main job, this 40-hour-a-week job. And it's just tough. And I'm really excited to see where this 20-hour-a-week job takes me. And I hope to expand on it soon. But that's pretty much all I can right now. So outside of my jobs, I have more responsibilities to my girlfriend, to my family, to my friends, to myself, to, I guess I feel like I have a responsibility to my audience on both of my channels and on my Instagram accounts, which I'm not on at the moment. So even outside of the pressure of my 60-hour work week, I still feel the pressure to be responsible for taking care of everything else I feel obligated to. And at the moment, outside of my two jobs, I kind of technically have a third job right now where my coworker is paying me to edit and format a book that he wrote. And the deadline is in, I believe, like 2 weeks. And I am halfway through it. And on top of that, I have this channel where I have a number of different categories. I have my cold water, I have stretching, weightlifting, forgetting one. Oh, training, and my movement analysis categories. So I have like 5 things that I would like to consistently upload here because they're things that I'm genuinely passionate about. There's 5 chocolate bars right there in this one bigger chocolate bar, which is this channel. And then I have the other YouTube channel where I upload more I guess more passionate edits of my movement and of stories I want to tell, with pretty much all the time using music that's copyrighted that I'm too afraid to upload on this channel. And then I have my Instagram accounts, my parkour account, my personal main account, my poetry account, my daily fitness account, which I kind of abandoned. I don't know if did I do my poetry? I think I did my poetry. And then I have an art account, however many numbers. I have too many Instagram accounts and these 2 YouTube channels. I'm also trying to write my own book, which has turned into 3 books that I want to eventually write and publish someday. But those all come behind my coworker's book, which comes behind my 2 jobs, which really should come behind my obligations to myself and my family and my loved ones. So I'm stuck beneath a mountain of responsibilities and interests and things that eat up time and require energy and strength and whatever to do. And I'm running out of it. And I wind up here I am, wanting to be creative with my books and my video projects on my other channel and my projects with this channel, my 5 different categories of things that I really want to just consistently make, and the time that I want to spend training and not training in nature or not training with friends or family, or you get it. So I'm just really fucking tired and really burnt out and really uncertain of if this cycle is ever going to change. And I'm really glad I'm going to therapy, because it's a place where I can work through all these things as opposed to just talking to a phone. But anyways, I don't know. there's a lot of personal stuff going on that I can't really share. Well, that I can't share because it's personal. But those things are, I think, maybe obviously affecting me the most, the heaviest. And there's a lot of those things going on right now. There's a lot of really, really fucked up stuff that's going on personally. And it makes my life all the more difficult. And it makes my responsibilities all the much harder to get done. But I feel like I have said pretty much everything that I could reasonably say before it starts turning into more long pauses and more loosely framed sentences and ideas of pretty much repeating and reiterating the same general feeling of feeling really excited and also really fucking tired and all of that. So I think that will be it for this video for the most part. Once again, thank you to the 201 people, I think now, who have subscribed to this channel. I want to do a lot more with this channel, and I want to continue to use this channel as an outlet for the numerous things that I'm passionate about and that I'm interested in creating and sharing. And I really hope that my jobs will hopefully ease up so that I can continue to pay the bills, so that I can continue to live in this place and eat food and do all the things that I have to do as an adult so that I can enjoy the things that I get to be excited about when I'm not working, when I'm not being caught up in those things. And I hope that I can finish my coworker's book in time because I gave him my word, and that means something to me. And I hope that I can finish my books and my video projects, and I can funnel myself towards this point where I'm okay. And even though I'm not okay right now, and even though I'm not happy right now in a lot of ways, and even though I am suffering in a couple ways, at the same time, not only because I know of my privilege and my blessings, I really am okay at the same time. And there really are a lot of things that I'm happy about. And there are a lot of ways that I'm really joyous about life. And there are undoubtedly moments of peace. And I'm, if anything, extraordinarily grateful and almost impossibly appreciative of that I've reached this point. Because for a long time, I didn't want to be alive. Because my misery was so deep and frequent that I lived years of my life feeling like it wasn't worth it. I'm amazed that I've reached this point. To where I'm aware of how hard life feels at the moment. And yet, it is so worth it. And I'm really proud of myself. And I'm very grateful to have made it, to be alive right now. Because even though I'm not okay, I am okay. And that is something that will never be taken away from me ever again. And I want to use that change that I made upon my own life to do more with it. And if I don't, then that's okay, because I've done enough and I've lived. But I really do think that I can do so much more. And I don't want to lose hope. And I don't want to give up. And I don't want to feel like I'll always be stuck in this cycle. And if anything, the whole point of me starting this video was to kick off starting this channel up again, because part of this channel is going to be used to document the number of things that I want to start consistently doing. And this funnel that I'm talking about is basically a funnel of discipline, because I need a world of change when it comes to my discipline. So I can't say how it'll turn out. I know I feel stuck in a cycle of starting and failing, or falling short, or giving up, or never seeing my start achieve its height. But I just want to try again. So, I don't know. This is the welcome back to my process of all of the things that I hope to create, and just a continued journal of my life. So before I ramble on too much, because I really could ramble on forever, I think, I will see where this channel goes, and I will see where I go in life moving forward. And until I am wherever I am next, I will see you there. And take care.